There's not a whole lot of things to go through here and change, for the most part. We've got salaries to deal with, and new hires is about it, isn't it, really, pretty much?
Yeah, we go through this list of the
Start at the top and go down.
Yeah, will you do a section by section real quick? If you don't have any changes, I was gonna use a red pen this year too, so we don't have any issues.
So you wanna start at the front with the extension office?
Please do.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm leaving everything the same unless you guys tell me something, and then I'll reprint these, so the changes are gonna be in red.
Alright.
Maybe.
Well, on the
I
extension,
think.
Okay, well,
on the extension, I'm for going for that halftime person and taking out her.
I'm for
I am too.
status quo.
Well, you're gonna have to do motions and vote then.
Who wants status quo, and who wants the other?
You got a motion on the floor.
was, Bill made a motion, do we have a second
I'll second.
to go with the halftime staff?
Yeah.
And remove the extension assistant.
Right,
It was seconded by Glenn.
yeah. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same. It's passed.
Okay, hold on just a minute.
What
So,
about-
No, wait a
so
minute.
we're gonna get rid of the 20,300, and we're going to add it all to contracted services at 70,083.
Yep.
Yeah,
And everything else that they've increased is okay with you guys? Which is just minimal travel and the other one, equipment and program maintenance. If you don't say anything, I'm leaving them the way they turned them
Okay,
in.
what do we take out, Jenny? What line item?
12001, the extension assistant is not gonna be anymore. In the professional services or the Purdue contracted employees, it's gonna be 70,083.
instead of 90.
Instead of 99. Circuit court.
I think there's anything in there.
The only thing I noticed, and you guys didn't say anything this year, was the judge's supplement.
Oh yeah, take that out.
Take that out.
Okay. You guys didn't say anything when they were here, so I was like, maybe you're gonna let it this year, but.
Oh, wait a minute, on the one, we can't. Judge yours, you can't take out, the other one we never put in, so we don't.
That's right.
Yeah, because you
but
can't
can't
remove it
take
from a
out.
You
judge.
can't take it away.
Once it's
So,
there, it's
but
there.
it can go down to 1,000.
It's-
Right, that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
just
don't
like
want-
It'll stay at 1,000.
You don't want 2,000, you want
No.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, that's what I.
And if a new judge comes in there, get them down to 0.
Yeah, well, we did that with
We
Judge
had
Paul.
Okay.
we had a week more.
And the big deductions
Bill
was
out
the
there, it's
people
10,000.
going to be paid by court services, and then they explained to you the public defender issue. Did you wanna increase that?
That's.
It's 3%, just like what we're, if whatever we
That come
get.
in with the salary ordinance that was passed that.
Well, he's not in the salary ordinance, so do you want me to mark, if we get it, when you guys are done today and you tell me it's 2% instead of 3%, do you want him to also get the 2% instead of
Which position's that? Jenny?
Public defender, I don't think that should
30011?
I don't know if that should ever increase, really, should it? I mean,
It's a
they're under
service,
contract.
they're a vendor.
They're a
It's a
contract
contract.
situation.
I don't think that should increase.
I don't think so either. That's by contract. This way it has
So do
been.
you want it removed?
Yeah.
They just, you know,
The
I mean, do you
increase.
guys want a motion? Are people teetering on that?
The increase.
Yeah, take it
Yes.
out.
No, I don't think you have to have motions on take it out.
Take it out.
Not unless you guys are in a.
Yeah,
If you wanna
I
go.
feel like there are enough people that say take it out that we don't.
You want a straw
So
vote?
go
I'll say
back to
take it out.
66,963.
Yeah.
Stays there.
Okay.
Okay.
Superior Court. That one didn't have any changes like the other one.
I've got nothing highlighted there.
The only
but
note
no,
I
on
had
the public
is,
defender, did they do that same thing on
Yeah.
their portion?
yep,
yes.
they did.
So that'll stay the
Stay.
same.
It looks like they got quite the jump from 2012 to 2013, so.
Yeah, 4,000.
And occasionally they're gonna have to renegotiate that contract, there's no question, but just to give them automatic all the time.
The only note I had on there is don't forget about, we might have an additional because we have a shortage from Linda Bateman's payout. So don't forget that by the end of the year.
Right.
Probation, you can't really do anything with, but we did lose a probation officer.
We're going to lose the probation officer. Okay, for-
So the wage will change, but be
It'll
based
drop.
on, it'll drop unless they come from another county and still have the years of service, it could increase.
Well, should this be a good time to review whether we need to replace a probation officer?
I don't think.
At
we
one
have
time,
a-
and I'm not too sure, Paula didn't look this
Jim,
up for
we don't-
me.
I don't think we have that option.
Oh,
in
yes,
the
we
state,
do have
is
that
it?
option. You remember, I think you was in there when I had you check other counties, and I just read an article in the paper that said that give the number of cases and the number of probation officers for several counties in
Oh,
Northeast
yeah.
Indiana. And we had less cases and more probation officers than most of them. So I think that's our option, but what brought that discussion up, Jenny, was we had to raise Doug Jones' salary. I'm thinking
Oh, yeah.
$7,000-8,000
Yeah,
because we had
his
another.
goes, his is based on number of people
And
he
we had
manages.
another person, and that was
It's the
set by
same,
the.
way- if you look at their schedule, it is the same way. Amy's salary is based on she gets an extra $7,500 because she has 4 to 8 people.
And that's it, see, that's
That's
what
what
we
he's
went
talking
through that. But I can guarantee you that she and the judges are gonna come over here and warrant, because Amy's not gonna take a pay cut. They're gonna come over here and say, oh, we've got to have another officer, and then whether we do or whether we don't, they're gonna come over here with that argument.
Can you
And
find
then
that
the thing,
out?
then
Find
here's
that
the thing
out.
that sticks in the back of my mind about this whole thing on the numbers, is, they come over, we can do without, we're gonna have a part-time probation officer. Amy was just, I think, expecting a child. So we can do away with a full-time one and use a part-time one. So we did that. So then they come back in, period of time later, a year, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Hey, we need to have that part-time person back to full-time. So we put it back to full-time. So I get home and here, Amy's getting a divorce, she needs to work full-time. So I'm beginning to wonder, are we gearing this thing around the actual needs, or just what they think over there, they're taking care of people? And that's what I'm wondering now, but I'll guarantee you, they're gonna come over here arguing. If we say you're not replacing that person, they'll come over here all with both barrels loaded up, that, well, here's what we have to do, because they're not gonna let Amy go back to lesser salary because we have less probation officers.
Yeah, we drop her salary $2,500.
That's all it would drop it?
Yeah, from 1 to 3 people is 5,000, from 4 to 8 people is 7,500, and they have 4 probation officers under her right now.
And I don't have any problem with them having 4 or whatever they need over there. I mean, that's not an issue. The issue is if we need them. I mean, and then we may well need them. I know court things are getting loaded up everywhere, and there's probably more cases than there ever was. And you worked around that, John, you know what that is. But I mean, you know, there may
Never
be a
goes
lot
down,
more
does it?
than what there is. But I mean, I don't have a problem with having 4 officers if we need them. But if we don't have the cases, and other counties have got more cases with less officers than we have,
My
then
only,
that's what we should be doing.
my thought there is, you just heard the jail population is 120, and the caseload at community corrections is up to 80.
And I
So
say, they probably
can't think
need
it's
it.
any less people.
Hey Pam,
They probably.
start with Indiana Code 11-13-1-3. That's the
11 dash
Indiana
what?
probation standards.
11 dash.
And they probably need 4.
13-1-3.
Work their mercy.
But I don't think years ago we needed that
That's
extra
gonna go in correlation with the number
So
of
it's
cases
based
coming
on
before
caseload.
Here.
the judges and the
Is that
courts.
Possibly.
I'll rip this out and give it to her.
Oh, the
The code.
probation. And you should make sure anyway, confirm their years of service and number of
It's in
probation
here,
officers.
It's in
we
there.
have it, you
I
have it in
know,
your
but
book, too.
Pam should double
Oh.
check that, because sometimes the department can make a mistake, turn it in, and, it's not right.
She just-
Okay, are we ready to go on to health then?
EMA,
What we going to? Health department.
EMA.
Well, health, we changed that to 5.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, just do them in order.
Well,
health
we
is
are.
next.
Yeah.
Health is next.
No, it's EMA's next.
Everybody
Oh,
has
it is.
health
We
next.
got health next.
No, EMA's after this.
So
Okay.
just
Must have
hold
your
your
book list,
horses
yeah.
and flip your
Yeah,
pages
I'm
around.
flipping pages. I'm like, no, they're not in that order. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so health the attorney was reduced down to 5.
We moved longevity
And
back
move the
to
longevity.
health department, not general.
And part-time pay will not go up.
And we're adding longevity line item.
Oh, their number is 11800 and the amount is 3,150. You wanna write that in there?
Okay.
33150.
The account number is 11800 and the appropriation for longevity is 3,150. And I bumped the attorney thing down to 5,000, and I don't have an answer yet for the change in part-time pay.
Stays the same.
So part-time will stay same?
I'm in favor of that.
I'm fine with that.
She's gotta do less work, I would, gotta believe. I still say that could be done by the health officer. I still say that.
With the inspections?
Yes.
Well, there,
He sits in here half the time.
you mean Scott Wagner?
Yes.
Well, he's already doing junk and trash,
Yeah. But
weights
we're
and
only-
measures.
I understand that, but give him more money and just have that one person. Better off him being out there than sitting in here doing,
And I used to talk to him about that.
making out permits and stuff. I don't know,
I'm with you.
Okay, now we're ready for your
I'm
EMA.
sorry. I'll switch my vote around.
I think she ought to, on those radios, I think we ought to deny the capital outlay and let her get state money, as long as it comes. I mean, she doesn't have a clue whether they're gonna be or whether it is or isn't.
I agree.
And so we go a year without any, so go on.
The board was okay with the 20,000, but obviously we knew it was a risk, and that, council do what they wanted to do, so.
Well,
Cut it-
who
or cut
comprises
it.
that board?
It's Mayor Daniels, Kim Reeve, Scott Wagner, myself, Don Amber, then a gentleman who's Mark Peppel, I believe.
Yes, he's from Cherubusco.
Certain people have appointments, like the commissioners appoint so many, and them.
Yeah, and there's a South Whitley representative, there's a Cherubusco representative, a commissioner's appointment, council's appointment, Columbia City's appointment, which is Mayor Daniel. And then, of course, I think Scott Wagner has to sit on it because of his position with the health department.
Is Kim still on it?
He's the chairman.
You wanna take it clear out or cut it in half?
I wanna take it out.
I wanna take it out.
All the other increases, okay?
Is that a motion?
Do we need a motion?
No, unless,
Just,
not, if y'all agree, it's not an
Unless we
issue.
should sit and we can.
Is it-
Well, I mean, I think obviously I've gotta follow my board, but
Yeah.
I think that there's enough people
I
there that
understand
it's
that.
out.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Clerk?
Mark?
What do we got to clerk?
I don't see it. She just had an increase in supplies, and I think that she based on the fact that it was an election year coming up.
Yes. And the usage from this year too.
What's the deal with the records management clerk? It went up 80%?
She was paying for that out of that document fee, if you read her letter. And the
Okay.
document fee, is fallen below what she wants it to be, so she put it back in the county general budget.
So that's not really an increase,
It's
just
just
moving
moving
things
that,
around.
yeah, just moving it around.
Then we got the next problem.
Big.
Do you want me to leave the,
Mucho grande.
I have, no, you're a big girl.
oh my girl, it's fine.
You've heard it before.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Well, I'd rather give her a full-time employee than two part-time employees.
And I'm the opposite. I'd rather see it
Me
two
too.
part-time.
I'm not thinking about the money in that, I'm just thinking about the efficiency in the office.
Well, if she gets them, if she can get them where they just automatically show up at a certain morning or an afternoon.
I'm not saying it wouldn't work, I just think it would be more efficient,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I won't do one.
So what's your
That's
plan?
great.
What-
I'll make a motion that we do that.
What?
Do what?
Well, give her a full-time ticket.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and second. Any other questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
Okay, that took care of that.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we, allow her to hire, 2 part-timers, increasing her budget to, and 2, part-timers that work consistently. So I'd say you'd probably have to increase your budget to, 25,000.
Well, I'll take part of it out of ineligible homesteads too. So I'll take some of the wages out of ineligible homestead and some out of county general.
So where do they start at, then, Paula?
Yeah.
Hourly rate?
Give me an hourly rate because the part-time I have now that I try to use consistently and have been, just keeping her under the 29. I mean, I could use her full-time is Lisa, and I started her at 14. Just because I didn't have to train her, she already knew Manatron.
Well, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so it's the
Well, I think
experience.
you gotta
Right.
have two,
So
you
you'd want-
gotta pay them the same.
Yeah, and I probably would start more around $11 an hour and give them a place to
No,
grow
that's
to.
not enough. You ain't gonna get it, you're
I'd
gonna
say
get
at
what you
least
pay
12.
for.
I think 12.
Yeah, go at
Yeah.
least 12 though.
Okay, well, and you're the department head, so, and I could live with 12. So you give us an amount that you need in that part-time budget based on adding 2 consistent part-timers.
Well, I'm gonna use them probably, I'm gonna overlap them and use them 5 hours a day, 25 hours a week. And then since I already have Lisa in there, I'm gonna ask her if she wants to work morning or afternoons. And then the overlap would be when the normal employees are going to lunch, so that would work out great.
Sure.
So I'm gonna have someone from 8 to 1 and then someone from, 11:30 to 4.
And that way they can communicate.
Right, they're gonna see each other a little, know what each other's working on, instead of the other one just walking out the door and the other one walking in.
Yeah.
And you have plenty of workstations.
Oh yeah, plenty of workstation and plenty of work. But at 25, so it'd be 50 hours of pay, 26 pays 50 hours times 12 equals $600 times 26 pays is 15,600.
Would you do, 100 hours? I don't know, I think something's wrong with your calculation.
50 hours of pay, we get paid bi-weekly.
But I thought you were gonna work them 5 hours each a week. That'd be 50 hours.
Oh,
and
I
100
just
hours
did
of
one,
pay.
that's one employee, so
Okay.
15,600 twice. So I could need this, part-time help in, county general bumped up to about 16 again. And then the part-time help in ineligible homesteads bumped up the same.
Okay, so 16,000, my motion then would be 16,000 out of the auditor's budget and 16,000 out of the homestead budget for 2 consistent part-timers.
At 5 hours,
Longest
Day.
motion ever.
25 hours a week or, then you don't have to spell that out, so much
Right.
per hour, can't go
We
20
need
hours.
that in form of a motion.
That was me.
Yeah, do we have a second?
2 part-time people, full-time, normal worked hours, and starting pay
2
at 12.
part-time at 25 hours a week at $12 an hour.
The new hire, I can leave Lisa at
She's
14.
gotta take Lisa down.
Right, right.
She can
Oh,
stay.
yeah, the new
Okay,
hire.
that's what I was
Okay.
gonna say.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Discussion, all in favor, raise your right hand.
Okay.
You didn't wanna give us time to discuss?
I know, it's
You've
pretty
had
quick.
about a half an hour.
That was pretty quick, right?
Treasurer,